wait. Oh, you guys, something completely different we've not had before. If you are interested in lots of unboxings, and I call them spirited because I love to be as enthusiastic as you guys are, because this really is a treat to get this big box to my home every single month, and I just love this, and so I know you guys do too. So let's go ahead and start the unboxing of the October kit. Here we go. All right, here we are. It is called October Glow. Oh, that's so beautiful. I'm so glad they did muted colors with a little bit of blue. Oh, I can't wait to see. So the collection is wrapped in the golden hush of October, where the air turns crisp, the light turns amber, and every breeze carries a scent of turning leaves. Inspired by the warmth of fall's embrace, it captures the cozy stillness of the season with a palette of burnt orange, golden ochre, and softened browns. Each piece is a reflection of autumn's gentle magic. Welcome to October, where everything glows a little softer and the ordinary feels touched by something timeless. Very well said. And also, it's very difficult to go and do an unboxing of October when I am in the hottest day of the entire summer so far. It's like 100 degrees outside, but we're embracing all the cozy feels, aren't we? That is how we roll. So every single month, the Coco Daisy so lovingly sends me 4 different things, 3 kits, and then a sticker pack. So I always get the standard size notebook. They always put it right there in the back. And I get the planner kit in its entirety. And just looking at it, I think we're gonna sell out another month. I was just looking at the Coco Daisy website for September, and I think it's completely sold out, and I'm not surprised. So here's the stationery kit. First glance, I'm so glad this is back, but it's on clear. It's not on vellum, and it's not on paper. Interesting. So lots of fun goodies in there. All right, that's gonna be a good one to open up. And then we have creative kit. The creative kit I love. It comes with ink this month. They do carry some of those in the store. But I think this is gonna be a good one. Rub-ons, and I see some sort of paper back there. I'll take a look in just a second. And then we also, I also get the planner sticker kit. I always feel like this one is the red-headed stepchild. I can say that because I'm a redhead. Anyway, I think the Coco Daisy planner sticker kit really does add something to my spreads, and so I enjoy this, everyone. Let me get the box out of the way, and then we're gonna go ahead and start with the planner sticker kit and move from there. Again, this is called October Glow. We have these beautiful dots. I've been using them quite a lot lately. As long as I keep them in sight, I use them quite often. These are the traditional 1.5 inch blocks. I love seeing a lot more words on here. I think it works out for me in my planner too. I love sentiment stickers. We all have the this font. I love this font. We've seen this font before with the number stickers. I love those. We've got these boxes. I call them the meal plan boxes because that is what I use them for. But we also have these tracker boxes as well. We have these check boxes here in the corner. Those are beautiful. Next up is called the hydrate sheet. That's what I call it. We've got hair appointment, email purge. Thanks for the reminder. I need that. Friend check-in. Yep, I did that already this month, but I'm doing it again. Happy Halloween, autumn adventures, October goals, family time, coffee date, weekly wrap-up, self-check-in, date night, weekend plans, October challenges, October trackers, a pumpkin sticker. I believe that's separate. Nope. Yes, it is. And then cozy and productive. Those are, cozy productive is one word, so that is one sticker. Of course, you can cut that apart. We've got our hydrate stickers down there. I vowed to use them more last month and I haven't, so I'm gonna put it on a mental note to use them in October. Love the deco sheet. Then we have our little bluebird here, just faced a different way. Beautiful. It has a watercolor element to it, but it's not hand-drawn either. I love the pops of the burnt red. I think that helps a lot. And then we have tiny bit of purple. And I don't see it anywhere else. So there's just gonna be little glimpses, I would guess. Well, I guess we'll find out more. I use my hex boxes for meal planning. I have been lately, and I love these and these stickers. I always use the menu plans, and this week all of this looks the same with our doctor appointment, water plants, vacuum floors, Petty and Manny's, laundry, menu planning, grocery shopping, and then here's what I call the washi strip page. Oh, that's our first glimpse of the house. I don't think we had one of those before. Ooh, I hope we get a cozy house vibe somewhere in here. Love the strip here. Beautiful, beautiful, so beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Let's have a little fun with the creative kit. Wow, we got 2 rolls of washi. Let's go ahead and open those up. This skinny washi is just really a dot. It's a cream dot and a brown background. Great for segmenting the planner, adding just a little pop. I love how it's dotted. Sometimes we get ones with patterns, but we don't see dot very often, so that's nice. Looks like there is just a little bit of green involved. I'm glad to see that, to offset those browns and those oranges a little bit. Looks like a repeating pattern from here to the other side of the pumpkin. Beautiful, beautiful washi tape. And it is rusty hinge. I'm gonna try this out. What is this? What color is this? It looks like it is kind of like a distressed background. Very creative. See what color this is. Ooh, it's like a burnt orange. Oh, that's beautiful. So there's our stamp. Oh, that's a beautiful color. And it's rusty hinge really does nail that color down. And I don't do any additions or subtractions with the light. This is all natural light. So what you see on your screen is completely what is exactly what I see too. Let's go ahead and look at these die cuts. So now we're seeing more colors as we move through here. Beautiful tag and pumpkin. Of course, October being here in the United States, a nice fall month, we are going to have some of those fall-like things of turning leaves and growing of pumpkins. Here's another weekend banner. Nice to see those back again. I think they were back last month too. And then if you didn't notice, you'll see a little bit of this teal accent. It's like a teal dark blue. I love using those little stamps. And then a little while ago, I think it was last year, they actually made a stamp that goes on to it. I don't remember what kit it was. I'm gonna have to look that up. And there again is that, I would call lavender color, like a rusty lavender. And then we have these two. Oh, and then one little tag here. These are all self-adhesive die cuts, so they're really, really handy when you're coming into doing journaling or creative work. I just peel off the backing, stick and go. All right, these are the beautiful, I call them, Coco Daisy calls them deco cards because they really are very versatile in the way that you can use them. You can stick them in pockets, you can add them to last month's junk journal. You just have to punch them. You could even adhere them and just put them on a page. You could write on the back. You can add them with any memory keeping or plannering. And so it looks like we have a plain Find Your Quiet. Some of these do have like a picture quality to them, so it's beautiful. I love the fact that they're entering into just a little bit of photography in some of their work. It makes it feel really homey and cozy to me, especially during the fall. Trees don't cling, the wind doesn't rush, October moves gently, and so can we. When the world turns amber, when the air feels tender, we are invited to come home to ourselves. And the last one is, autumn is the season that teaches us the beauty of letting go. So these deco cards, by the way, are not self-adhesive. They are just regular deco cards is what they call them. And I love that they're a larger size. It really gives a great size dimension from the die cuts to these. I'm a big fan of the deco cards, for sure. And then we have the rub-ons. These look like they're pretty much all background or textured rub-ons. Love that the creative kit is really pushing the boundaries of being creative and really leaning into that. We have all of these it looks like a paint swatch with a roller or a brush, and then we have these background circle stamps. You can cut these apart or use them all together. I can see like me cutting them down the middle and using them as a border. I could get a bunch out of them if I just cut each of these down the middle. I can go along the side of an entire traveler's notebook. That's a good option for those. You can turn this into kind of like washi strips. The great thing about these rub-ons is it does come with the popsicle sticks, so they're really easy, and they're the highest quality rub-ons that I've ever dealt with in the crafting world. They're really, really something special. So that's that. Looks like we have some ledger paper here. Oh, wait. Oh, you guys, something completely different we've not had before. It is a pad of paper. Oh, whoa, pad of paper. Okay. All right, a little, let me rein in the professionalness here. So it is paper. It is just slightly thicker than copy paper. And the reason I know it, I've got some right here. So it's slightly thicker than copy paper, but it's not cardstock. But we have this ledger here. It's creamy, mottled creamy ledger paper. Looks like we have 2 sheets of that. Oh wow, look at this, a little vintage vibe action with some of these little bills of sale from all of these different makers, clothers, beautiful. 2 pages of the same of that. Then we have a striped page with that burnt orange and the browns. That's 2 pages of that. So now we're up to 6. We have a leaf paper, and that does seem to have like a coffee water stain here, on purpose, of course, and then some gentle writing behind, some vintage writing. So it kind of is a mashup between the vintage writing and the artwork. So that's 2 pages of that. Ooh, this is nice and modern. Love this little ticking. Lots of uses for this too. Oh, beautiful. This is just a distressed stripe with 3 stripes, 2 being the same of the 3rd one. And I say distressed because it's got some mottledness to it. So 2 pages of that. Again, more ticking, but this is in this burnt orange, and they are turned graphically like this. This is beautiful. Boy, you could make like a harvest basket, like a quilt harvest basket out of it. Beautiful, beautiful. 2 pages, I'm assuming. We're on the same vibes here. Beautiful ticking. Great for layering. Oh, wow. This one's gorgeous. So it looks like they have the ledger paper behind. This is like a deep yellow, a rusty yellow. And then our bird here. And then more of this, the same leaves. So 2 pages of that. And then we have this, looks like a distressed, like a flower shape, 20 pad piece of paper. And they are glued up at the top, so they stay together really well. You can see as I was flipping through them, and then they tear really well off. Beautiful. Next up is the stationery kit. Let's go ahead and start with, I'm dying to see this roll. It took me a little bit of time, but there is a sticker that will keep the roll shut. So you just have to kind of look at it in the light and find it, and then peel that off. And then now we can unroll and enjoy these stickers. I'm gonna go ahead and move him to the side so we can look at them. Wow. I love that they're clear. What a repeat. So here's the repeat. We have the leaf, 3 leaf over here. The bird, we've got a acorn, a little watercolor splotch, 2 pumpkins, or should I say pumpkin and a gourd, and then a purplish leaf. And then this like a number box. Oh, and look at that. It is a mini calendar. How genius. And then the last one is this, a season of nostalgic reflection, savoring small joys and welcoming change into the natural world. Beautiful. I think this is going to be a big favorite of a lot of people. I can't wait to see what they look like on paper. I'm gonna go ahead and take one off and put one on a piece of paper. They're just as saturated as the pet stickers, and they are very low profile pet stickers on a roll. Gorgeous. Okay. Bravo, Coco Daisy. I'm loving this so far. Let's look at the other washi tape. We have this ticking. It's great for layering. I can see that in a lot of spreads. And then we have our little pin. It says welcome fall. I did notice that they are now labeling things, that this was made in Canada. You can take this interior portion out and use the clip that goes along with it that you can buy in the store if you're a new person. I personally have one, and I like to add these, and it's a very large clip, so it holds lots of pages. It's definitely something I really enjoy having in my planner. Let's look at this little bit of charm on the bottom, a few acorn charms, and then it has an alligator clasp. So you can put this on a TN, which is where it's going on mine. It's gorgeous with the little acorns, absolutely stunning. I love that it's a clip that's not about like a paper clip anymore. It's an alligator clasp. Beautiful, lots of places where you can put that. And if you don't have an alligator clasp type of planner, you can actually add these to ring planners. The hole is large enough. So if you wanted to put it, open up the ring and slide this on, you can. If you wanted to use it with one of your regular spiral planners, these clips do clip right down at the bottom of the spiral. Or if you would rather, you can certainly put it in the front of your planners in the traveler's notebook. You just attach this to a paper clip, and then you can use the paper clip on the in the pocket. So lots of uses for this. Such a beautiful addition to our Coco Daisy little fun pretties. It is a sticky note pad. It does have this little sentiment down here. It says M17841. Looks like it has like the edges of the leaves around the corner, and then it's distressed with some vintage writing in the upper corners. And it does have this, it's not quite black. It is just a shade off of black. So I think black would have looked really harsh in this. So that was a good play on that. And this center part isn't quite white. It's more of a cream. There's a little bit of a comparison. It might be just the texture of the normal sticky notes, but there you go. While I have it up here, we might as well look at the deco stickers. This is beautiful. There's Mr. Ruffle Feathers, beautiful bluebirds. Then we have the days of the week stickers. Ooh, that's nice. Nothing I've seen like with that before. They have a half circle for each one of the days, and then, oh, cute. The bird is on the top of those. These are great, great, great additions. If you have a planner you need to have a date for. They have all of these different tags up on top, and then 6 pumpkin/gourds at the bottom. Let's look at those die cuts while we're here. These die cuts are on self-adhesive backed paper, and they are vellum. This one is a nice little montage of different tags along with the bird and the leaves. Oh, it looks like an eye chart. How fun. Another leaf. Pine cone. Oh, I like the way that this is orientated. Beautiful little tag there, all in one piece. A little pumpkin, another leaf. Oh, there's Mr. Bird. In July, we had a fish that we nicknamed lovingly Mr. Grumpy. We have to come up with a name for him for sure. A tag, could be a girl too. And then we have another montage of a die cut. Let's go look at the other additions to the kit. This is the vellum and the acetate. I'm gonna move some of these out of the way so you can see. This is the acetate that goes along with the month. Oh, this reminds me of my parents' farm in South Dakota. It's got that big tall reed grass. My husband would call it probably big blue stem. And then we have the pumpkins here on the bottom. Beautiful. I love the way they've made the birds also this type of green color. They're not black or gray. If the sun hits just right, that's what it is. Perfect, beautiful. And then we have a piece of vellum. This one is a little vintage vibe, and it does have a cross hatching behind the vintage writing. I always like to read it and see if I can come up with what it's saying. And that is a stationery kit. Just a side note, this will unravel all the way if you let it. So before you put it away, I do save that little piece of tape. Washi tape works well too, but I just go ahead and roll that back up nice and tight, and then this goes on the roll and it's ready for storage. Next up is the planner kit, the main planner kit. If we undo this, while I'm getting organized, guys, don't forget, I do a lot of content here with Cocoa Daisy, Penny Perfect, and I'm starting to do a lot more with different brands as well. So if you have a brand that you'd like to recommend, feel free to do that. I don't mind at all. I'll always check it out, see if it's my jam. Let's go ahead and look at the planner kit. We are getting a mono edge Tombow highlighter. I wonder if this is like, it's not really true to color. Let's go ahead and take a look. We have our little cheat sheet already going on here. See what this looks like. It's a little bright to match with the kit, but it certainly is a different type of highlighter. You guys can see the point. I wonder if there's so the edge, what does this edge thing mean? What is this? Oh, so, okay. So if you point it, so this black part here is like an edger, like makes sure that if you wanted to just do it just a little bit, you just point where the edges are, and it really creates a nice fine line. You can feel the plastic hitting the paper as you're writing on it. So yes, you can use it as a normal highlighter, but it does have the option to, it's a lot easier to do it with the tip than it is the base. But yeah, you can totally feel that plastic hitting. What a great idea. Next up is the washi. Let's go ahead and open. It looks like this washi is kind of a montage as well. So it looks like it has several birds. Let's try to find the repeat. Wow, it's a long repeat. Woo! Okay, the repeat is out of camera shot. So it goes from the bird here. This is the repeat. How long is that? It's beautiful. So it starts with some leaves that are attached to branches, some acorns, the backside of a bird, a couple bird breasts right there, and then two birds down this direction. So that's a long repeat. Usually they're not quite so long. That's surprising me. They always are fun and inventive with their designs. I especially love when they think outside the box a little bit with the washi tape. Sometimes they do vertical washi. Cocoa Daisy is always thinking, always thinking and trying to be cutting edge. Love that. Here is the calendar for the month. Just letting you know that there is a plastic little part on the front cover that you can peel off. And then now it's nice and crisp. Beautiful. Love the little road. Reminds me of somewhere in England or in the Midwest. Here's looks like a notepad for the month. Nope, it's sticky notes. So sticky notes has the photo corners, a little tag here, and then the two birds, a montage. They feel different this month. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the vintage cozy vibe, but they're the same. They're the same as they've always been. Maybe it's just me. Feeling all cozy. Again, these are self-adhesive die cuts. They are paper backed, little white. So they're not opaque, they're a white. So you will see the edge around them. What I call the bleed. That's beautiful with the blue berries. That's cute. A little leaf. Acorn. There he is again. And then we have our tags. I love these tags. I use them constantly. That one is a cream with a blue ticking. That's cute. Like a burnt, looks like a leaf, what it would be. Oh, that's a beautiful scenery. Wood grain. We've got the bird and the leaves again. Oh, look at this scenery. Gorgeous. Oh, I hope that's in here somewhere. I love that. Reminds me of like a painting. Beautiful. And then we get a stamp. We normally don't get stamps in the main planner kit, so this is a treat. I have it on, I have all but the center part here, and I'll show you why. I'm gonna stamp this with VersaFine, which is the black, just so you get a good idea of the details and the color. Certainly can use a different stamp pad that works for you. But I have a feeling that they're trying to get us to dive into more fountain pen swatching. I think that's what this is. It looks like this is an ink bottle with some shadowing down here. And then it says color details and then 3 lines. I'm gonna go ahead and stamp this center part here with that distress ink from the Creative Kit to see what this would look like. It looks like it's meant to go in the space. I don't know. We're gonna try it. Doesn't necessarily go in that space, but you can certainly make it work. It looks like it goes a little bit on the outside, but it's right about the same size. Let's see what it looks like just on the side. This would be a great background stamp for like maybe, this would be a great background stamp, I think, for dates. You could use it as such. You could also use this for stamp swatching, stamp colors. So you could label this and like start a whole journal with this whole thing and write the ink color. So it doesn't have to be fountain pens. We can certainly use this for lots of different swatching. You could use this. Ooh, this is a good idea. You could use this stamp, and instead of putting this inside, if you had like a Tombow that you wanted to swatch, you can write the name here and then swatch the Tombow color in the side. Lots and lots of ways you can use this. Cute, good idea. Here is the journal card. This is the pen test and stamp test card. This season asks nothing of you but to soften and simply be. It looks like we have more pockets this month. In the quiet rustle of the leaves, I find comfort and fly gently into what's next. And then we're gonna skip the stickers for just a minute. Oh, I see pet stickers. Those are the colors we have. Bird, 3 birds, lots of different types of leaves, a fern frond, a berry twig. This looks like dried eucalyptus, if I'm not wrong. That's what it looks like to me, at least. Let's look at the papers. This is beautiful paper. This reminds me a lot of last October with the colors. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, there's the house. I knew he would show up somewhere. Nice little farmhouse with a gated garden. There's that same color. Here is that same pattern paper that we saw in the Creative Kit. Ooh, that's pretty. It's like a repeat montage of all of these different birds with the leaves. Gorgeous. This one's lovely too. It has this interior that looks like it's almost hand-drawn. And then this ticking on the inside. That is all of our papers. Got a small sheet of deco stickers. Some ferns, some oak leaves, pumpkins. And then we have our date stickers and our alphas on the top. And we have our ring reinforcers on the top of this one. Dentist appointment. Let's see what else we have. Columbus Day, Halloween. And then the specialty dates down here. International Coffee Day on the 1st, Columbus Day on the 13th, Canadian Thanksgiving on the 13th, and National Pumpkin Day on the 26th. And then it has Halloween on the 23rd. Notes, month at a glance, meal plan challenges, October goals, fall bucket list, self-care journal, and trackers. And I love how they always had a few extra. These fit these stickers, labels just absolutely perfectly. And we have, I love how ombre this is, from light to dark, and then Sunday through Saturday. And here's our alphas for the month. This hasn't changed for as long as I can remember. We've got our alphas up here. Thoughtful that they have more vowels and our common letters that we use than the others. This is not changed. It has like this brown background, and then this is like a dark cream on the inside. It's kind of like this color right here. And then we have some boxes, and then those. I love using those. I add them to almost everything. There's the stickers. And last but not least, let's look at the traveler's notebook that I get. You can get the main planner kit, which is all of this minus the booklet if you want to. This is actually just almost, if you do the math between that kit and this kit, last time I checked, it was around $7. So it seems like this is a really good add-on. If you don't even use the planner, you can certainly use the pages for decoration elsewhere. Crisp air, cozy heart, clear mind has our lovely little calendar here. I'm glad he's around. Ooh, look at the patterns. Some of the patterns in the striped pages. We have that ticking, an ombre. I love this one. That's pretty. Just an ombre brown, an ombre, I would say it's not olive green, but it's like a brown green. Another ticking, and then a cream down here. As the world shifts, I find balance within. We have some vintage writing with what looks like torn paper or clothing. A little sticker, and there's some of those that we saw in the creative kit with the rub-ons. A little watercolor background. And here comes these pages. Oh, look, it's got the pumpkins behind. Volume 2, page 8. Let this month be gentle turning, be a gentle turning. More larger scale leaves. Glow through chance. Beautiful bird, love that one. Oops, skipped one, sorry. Got the numbers up here, savor the season. Here's the middle section. I love that. Oh, we've got some photographs. Let's go. So we've got this leaf in the water, a park bench down here. We've got a barn, and then leaves falling off a tree. I always love that when you're near a tree, big gust of wind and fall, and all the leaves just fall from the tree. That's a good feeling. Autumn is nature's way of showing us how to burn brightly, then rest. Cozy by nature. Beautiful leaf and vintage writing. There's this house again. There's a little telephone pole, electricity pole. Got the reeds and the big grasses. More dried eucalyptus leaves. Harvest your peace. Oh, that's nice, a cute little vintage banner. Oh, there's the blue. Love this, gorgeous. Oh, this is Halloween. I love that about Cocoa Daisy. Of course, they always give you 31 pages of daily pages. And of course, with this month being the 31st of October, being Halloween, it's super cute. I wonder if this is what the October kit's going to look like. Well, I guess we'll have to find out then. Cute. Oh, how cute. And I love the vintage writing behind. It really, when they muted it, like blurred it, so the cobwebs look like extra bright. In October's hush, the world turns inward, golden, quiet, and brave. The trees let go, the winds whisper truth, and we are invited to soften with the season. Cocoa Daisy, making your daily schedule more grounded. Bravo, Cocoa Daisy. Another beautiful kit for us to enjoy.